everybody, Sick this here, back from vacation to talk to you about what I bought and what I watched over the last 2 days. And surprisingly, I got a ton of great stuff. Was not expecting to come back with a haul this huge. I thought maybe I'd get a couple titles, maybe here and there, but nothing really big. Again, thought maybe like 3 or 4 titles. That was going to be it. Didn't expect to come back with a huge stack of movies. My friend actually surprised me Saturday morning by asking me if I wanted to go yard sailing. So of course, I was up for that. Said, sure, let's go. We headed out. Ended up getting a lot of great stuff at the yard sales. And then I hit up a couple new thrift stores that I actually had not been to. One was actually brand new, just opened up, and I got a lot of really good deals there. I got some $5 Blu-rays. That was awesome. I hit up 2 new Salvation Armies, a new Goodwill I haven't been to. Got some good stuff there. Also stopped by an FYE. Don't usually go into FYE all that often, so we happened to be at the mall. Stopped there, got some good stuff there. So I came home with a lot of great titles. So we're going to go down to the floor because there's a lot to show you. Let's take a look at what I got. So let's take a look at everything I got. First up here is South Park, the Totally Sweet DVD trivia game. You guys know, love my trivia games. This is $1, a fantastic deal. Now onto the VHS, and first one I picked up here is Noozles Koala Bear Magic. Love the Noozles. Definitely had to get that. Then this is really cool. This is Disney Presents The Magic Behind the Movie featuring The Hunchback of Notre Dame. As you can see, it says rent this video. This was definitely a rental exclusive. It's really cool. I'm not sure if this special is actually on the Hunchback of Notre Dame DVD or not. I'm not 100% sure, but even if it is, I don't really care. This is really cool for collecting purposes since this was just a rental. That was really neat. Then I got Space Hunter Adventures in the Forbidden Zone. Definitely wanted to check this one out just for Molly Ringwald. I wanted to see this for a while now. Then I got some more Rugrats with A Baby's Gotta Do What a Baby's Gotta Do. Love the Rugrats. Then I got Hex. This looked interesting. Gets decent reviews online. Just thought I'd check that one out. Then Scanners 3 The Takeover. This is only available on VHS here in the States, so very cool to have this. Definitely want to get all the Scanners movies eventually, but for now, very happy to at least get the third one, and I do also have the first one. Then I got It's the Muppets, Meet the Muppets. Love the Muppets. Had to grab that. Then I got Beetlejuice Volume 1 and Beetlejuice Volume 2. Love the Beetlejuice animated series. Those were a must-buy. Then I got some more Dink the Little Dinosaur. This is Phantom of the Cave. I've already picked up 2 of these, so I'm definitely looking forward to getting more of these. I love Dink. It's a great Hanna-Barbera cartoon series, so definitely happy to get that. And the last VHS that I picked up was the new Dennis the Menace, Hospitality. I'm not sure if I've actually ever seen any episodes of the new Dennis the Menace animated series. I remember watching the original one. Not sure if I've seen any of these, so looking forward to checking that out. Then I picked up a few CD soundtracks. For only 5 cents, I got the soundtrack to Little Miss Sunshine. Love the movie. Definitely had to get the soundtrack. Then for $1, I picked up the soundtrack to Awakenings. And also for $1, I picked up the soundtrack to Robots. Now onto the DVDs. And the first one I got for $5 was Innocent Blood. Very happy to finally have this on DVD. I do already have it on Laserdisc, but definitely want to get myself a DVD copy as well. Then I got Buster and Chancey's Silent Night. Got this for $1.75. Great deal. Just recently picked this up on VHS, so grabbing this to replace my VHS. Then for $3, I picked up Our Idiot Brother. Haven't seen this one yet, but I've heard good things, so looking forward to checking that out. Then for $1.94, I picked up King Kong the Animated Series Volume 1. Already have Volume 2, so very happy to get Volume 1. Then for only $2, I picked up Pitch Black. This here is the theatrical cut. I already have the director's cut, or either the director's cut or the extended cut. I already have that, but I did just recently pick up the theatrical cut on VHS, so once again, getting this to replace my VHS copy. Same thing with Darby O'Gill and Little People. Have this one on VHS, picking up to replace my VHS copy. Got this for $5, great deal. Then for $1, I picked up Out Cold, movie I haven't seen in a good long while. Definitely looking forward to checking that out. And then also for $1, I picked up Alvin and the Chipmunks Go to the Movies, Star Wrecked. Love Alvin and the Chipmunks, had to grab that. Then also for $1, I picked up Freaky Friday. This here is obviously the remake. I actually haven't seen the remake yet. Not sure if I'm going to like it or not, but I figured for $1, pick it up and check it out. Then for $5 a piece, picked up Coyote Ugly, a movie that I have only ever seen bits and pieces of, so looking forward to finally watching the whole thing. Then I picked up The Preacher's Wife, another movie that's a complete blind buy, but should be a good watch. And the last $5 DVD I picked up was this Comedy Collection 8 movie pack. Comes with a bunch of great comedies, so definitely had to get that for $5. Then for $9.99, I picked up this Elvis 4 movie collection set. Comes with Clambake, Follow That Dream, Frankie and Johnny, and Kid Galahad. Now, I just recently started getting Elvis, so I definitely had to pick this one up for $9.99. I thought it was a great deal. And now onto the Blu-rays. And for only $8, I picked up Ice Road Truckers, the complete Season 3. Again, for $8, it was a great deal to get this entire season. Absolutely love this show. Then what I feel are definitely the best deals of the weekend, I picked up for only $5 Machete. This here's the Blu-ray digital copy combo pack For $5, that was a great deal. Love this movie. Been holding out on getting it on Blu-ray. Been waiting for the price to drop. So for $5, I was very happy to get that. Then also for $5, got Grease. This is the Rock and Rydell edition. Love Grease. Very happy to have it on Blu-ray. And also for $5, Straw Dogs. This here's a remake. Don't really know much about it. I love the original, but looking forward to checking this one out as well. So that's it for what I bought. So now into what I watched. And right before I left, I decided to check out Feast 3. And yeah, it's pretty much just Feast 2 again. It's a continuation of Feast 2. This is definitely one of those movies that was shot simultaneously. Feast 2 and Feast 3 were shot together. And you can tell it picks up right after. All the same characters who survived, they're all back. You kind of think the character's going to die in Feast 2 at the end. Well, it turns out they didn't. They're all still alive for the most part. And they're out kicking ass and just doing goofy shit, killing some creatures. And it's a fun watch. I kind of liked it a little bit better than the second one, only because it doesn't open up with the first 15-20 minutes ripping off Quentin Tarantino. It doesn't have that. It gets right into what's going on. It, like I said, it comes right off the second movie, so you're just getting a continuation. It's like watching one big 3-hour movie. So you don't get that goofy Quentin Tarantino, wannabe Quentin Tarantino opening. I thought that was kind of nice. I didn't have to sit through that because that was really the big part of what bugged me in Feast 2. Besides that, I felt the movie, it felt really forced, and the third one definitely felt really forced as well. All the gore and all the goofiness felt really forced. But, the Quentin Tarantino opening is what bothered me the most. So we don't get that one in Part 3, which was nice. But, like I said, all the gore, all the comedy, all the goofiness, all the cheesiness, it does feel very, very forced. It doesn't feel natural. It doesn't feel like they were trying to make a goofy movie and it, it sort of came off naturally like that. No, it does feel like it was written really forcefully to make you go, ooh, gore, ooh, jokes, oh, it's wacky, it's zany, it's cheesy. It really did feel forced. But, like I said, if you're really into horror movies, if you're really into just cheeseball movies, then you might get a kick out of them. I gotta say, now that I watched the third one, I kind of did appreciate the second one a little bit more. I do kind of enjoy the movies. They are enjoyable. They do have a good amount of goofiness to them, even if they do feel very forced. They are still a fun watch, and if you're a creature feature fan, or you just like really bad cheesy movies, especially cheesy horror movies, then you're probably gonna enjoy them to some extent. Still not as good as the first Feast. The first Feast was amazing, but 2 and 3 were enjoyable. Definitely has a bunch of great one-liners. Can I really see there's anything bad about it? Not. I mean, well, yeah, I guess there's plenty bad about it, but I can't really say anything necessarily over the forced, cheeseballness, the fact that they force all the jokes and all the cheesiness and all the zaniness and all the kind of, in-your-face, raw, sort of moments that were supposed to make you cringe a bit. The fact that was all very forced, that's really the most negative thing. But besides that, can't really say too much bad about the film, I suppose. It is what it is. Again, it's a Feast. It's a Feast sequel. You're not going into this expecting Citizen Kane. You know what you're getting with Feast 2 and 3. It's just cheesiness. It's goofiness. It's just a crazy, zany, wacky cheeseball horror movie, and that is what it is. So again, the movie is what it is. If you're into that kind of thing, then yeah, you're gonna want to check it out. I will say the ending was a little weird. The bartender and the one chick, they end up surviving at the end. And they get loose, and the bartender's like, oh, now we need to repopulate, and he starts taking off his clothes. And out of nowhere, a giant robot steps on the girl. Just out of nowhere. There's apparently some giant robot roaming the earth now as well. Very, very random. I did not see that coming. When that happened, I didn't say, like, whoa, or anything like that. I just kind of stood there looking at the TV like, really? A giant robot just crushed this girl? I really didn't see that coming, and I think that was the point that they were trying to be, again, very forced, very like, ooh, look at this, it's a giant robot. You weren't expecting that, were you? So it was kind of enjoyable, I guess, but at the same time kind of weird that they just made a giant robot kill this chick. At the end, apparently, the only one who survived out of the entire group was the bartender. Yeah, you kind of saw that coming because the bartender's been, like, almost dead a million times throughout all 3 movies, and the fact that he survived, you sort of saw it coming that he was going to be the survivor. I thought they reused, I guess, a joke, I think, like, twice in this movie, where somebody steps in where you think, oh, this is going to be the badass character who's going to just, go nuts and destroy everybody, help the group out to get through this mess. ends up dying. One gets his head blown off. Yeah, these are all spoilers, so sorry. One gets his head blown off. You don't see that coming. There's this guy who, you know, really knows martial arts really well. He gets killed off pretty quickly. Actually, he doesn't get killed off quickly. He loses his limbs really quickly and then ends up dying. You know, kind of funny the way he ends up dying and the fact that he's losing his limbs, but, you know, again, he was supposed to be another character who's supposed to save the group, and then he ends up dying. So I thought, you know, it was a little weird they did that joke sort of twice. But that also added to the fact that I felt things, you know, I felt the jokes felt really forced. That just kind of, you know, cemented the fact that the jokes were being really forced. So again, if you liked Feast, I would say check out Feast 2 and Feast 3. Don't be expecting them to be as good. You know, they're going to be cheesy, they're going to be goofy, they're going to be ridiculous like Feast was, but in a more forced way, in a more way that they're like, it was really written that way. It was really written to be zany, wacky, goofy, whereas Feast, I don't think was intentionally like that. I mean, yeah, it had some wackiness to it that I'm sure was written in there, but it didn't, I don't think it was supposed to be as cheeseball as it was. I don't think they personally tried to make the first Feast movie super, super ridiculous. It just sort of ended up coming off that way, and it was really fun to watch. Where again, as Feast 2 and Feast 3 were really written that way. They were written to be goofy, they're written to be wacky, they were written to be just, you know, just a zany, wacky kind of creature feature, horror movie. That's how they were written. And for that, it feels very forced. But if you can kind of look past that, and if you're sort of into those movies, then you'll probably at least get a kick out of them. I definitely recommend watching them, you know, back to back, like I did. I mean, I watched Feast 2 one day, Feast 3 the very next. They're definitely a movie to watch like that, since this is a direct continuation. They were definitely shot at the same time. So I would recommend, if you're going to see one, you know, definitely check out both. Don't just watch one of them. Definitely see both of the movies. So that's really all I can say about Feast 3. You know, it was all right. It's definitely going to be something that genre fans are going to want to see. It's not going to be for everybody. Just your average movie fan, your average horror fan is not going to want to check it out. You got to really be into the cheese to check out Feast 2 and Feast 3. But, you know, like I said, if you've seen the first one, and if you're into cheese, yeah, check them out. So that's it for what I bought and what I watched today. Definitely excited about all the titles I picked up over the past 2 days. Once again, really, really did not see that coming. I did not think I was going to come back with just a huge stack of movies. Like I said, thought maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 titles at most. That was all I was going to come back with, but I definitely made out, got some really good deals. Very excited about those Blu-rays. Getting this for $5 a piece, that was a great deal. The store actually, that new pawn shop, had a whole wall of DVDs. Unfortunately, nothing in there I really wanted. Whole wall of VHS. There were some other titles I wanted in there, but they were $1 a piece, so I just sort of picked through. I think I grabbed like one title from there. That's all I picked up from that, as far as VHS from that store. But they actually had a ton of Blu-rays. The guy actually had a nice big, I think 3 big stacks of Blu-rays behind a counter, and there was some decent stuff in there. I basically just picked up those 3 titles because there's stuff I like, really wanted. Really wanted to get Machete, and I definitely wanted to check out the new Straw Dogs and Grease. I just love that movie, so I really wanted to get it in high def. But there was some other stuff there that I might, next time I go up to that store, I might actually have to stop in there and, you know, see what else they have. If they got anything else new in, or even some of the stuff that they had this weekend when I was in there. I might check out to see if they have any of that left, because I might actually pick some up, because for $5 a piece, it was a great deal. You know, and just again, everything else I picked up, I was just very happy. All the yard sales had some good stuff. The other thrift stores had some great stuff as well. So definitely a fantastic 2 days. Very happy I went away, not just to get away and have a good time with my friend, but the fact that I got a ton of great titles. And also watching Feast 3, like I said, not really all that great, but I guess I can't complain too much. It is Feast 3. I mean, I'm not expecting too much from, you know, Feast sequels. But like I said, if you see the first one, yeah, check out 2 and 3. They're okay. Not nearly as good. They feel a lot more forced. But like I said, if you definitely check out 2, then see 3. Definitely check out the third one, because it is a direct continuation. It's really a 3-hour movie, just split. So I would definitely say if you've seen one, you gotta see the other. So yeah, I only kind of sort of recommend it if cheese, you know, if you're definitely into cheese and you really, really like just cheesy horror movies, then yeah, I'd recommend it then. Otherwise, stay away. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to see what I bought and what I watch tomorrow. See ya.